What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, this is just going to be more of a discussion and an open discussion with you guys, because we've had some things come out in the last couple days on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global that sort of hints towards the fact that the next legend on Global may not actually be the Gear 4 and Nami Sugo Fest like we have all predicted. So if we go by order of legends, we know that this is supposed to be, according to Japan legend raids and legend releases, this should be the next batch to release on Global. However, the thing is, this was Japan's 4th anniversary Sugo Fest. It was a massive celebration, and the Sugo Fest itself was the best Sugo Fest ever in One Piece Treasure Cruise history. There was a red every second multi, all gold, 2x legend raid, and obviously you had the release of Nami and Gear 4, who are both amazing top tier legends. Now, with this, you would expect that it would be the exact same on Global. Every time Japan have had a big celebration Sugo Fest, you know, whether it have been Luffy and Ace, the Lucy Sugo Fest, Timeskip Luffy, you know, those really big celebration Sugo Fest, when they come to Global, they typically are the same Sugo Fest, if not better, in terms of the structure of the Sugo Fest and how it works on Global. So because we have this event here with Gear 4 supposed to be coming soon, and the fact that we just had recently some pretty big events with the Admirals and Luffy Ace was not that long ago, they might want to go ahead and perhaps postpone this event for another type of, you know, celebration. So a lot of people are thinking that they could potentially have these guys out, both Nami and Gear 4, for like a Thanksgiving sort of event, which definitely could work. Now, there have actually been a couple things that have been released in the game and actually downloaded into the game that kind of hints towards the fact that, yeah, these guys might actually be postponed for a future event. So let's go ahead, back over to the game, and let me explain what I'm talking about, okay? So if we go ahead and check the Colosseum schedule, there was a download a couple of days ago that did put in Colosseum Neptune and also Colosseum Don Krieg into the schedule for the Colosseum. So these guys are going to be coming out very, very soon on the 26th or the 27th, depending on where you live, of September. Now, Colosseum Neptune, I'm not really going to be making a video about, you know, talking about Colosseum Neptune. When he comes out, I'll make a video for him then. But Colosseum Neptune is a very, very good character, and typically what they've been doing is whenever a legend is released, they have a Colosseum unit that releases with that legend, and you typically use the new legend against the Colosseum, and it helps you beat it. So if we go over to GameWit's website really quick, this is the full list of released Colosseum units in order. So what happened when Lucy released is we had Colosseum Lucy, Judge was released for Sicilian, we had V2 Fuji for Raizo, we had, I believe it was V2 Doflamingo for NL, we had Robin for Pedro, we had Luffy and Ace for Rayleigh, we had the Admirals for Jesus Burgess, and you see the next one that should have been released would have been Colosseum Kid. This is the first thing and like the main factor of why I believe the next legend won't be Luffy and Ace. I could be completely wrong, and I know for some people they really, really want those characters to come out, and I really hope that they do come out because they're amazing characters to have, but there are a couple things that just don't really think that I don't think it's going to happen. So we have Colosseum Kid here, who is one of the best Colosseum units in the game. Unfortunately, he will not be arriving in the next few weeks on Global. We'll have to wait probably until the next batch of Colosseum units until they come out. Now, after Colosseum Kid, the next release was actually the Colosseum Neptune. Now, the legend that came out with Colosseum Neptune was none other than Charlotte Katakuri. So this is what I'm making this video for, to kind of give you guys a forewarning that I think that the next legend on Global could be Katakuri. Or it could still potentially be Gil Tesoro as well. It could literally be either one of them. But I'll explain a little bit further why I do think it is going to be Katakuri, okay? So, as I said, you know, we've got Colosseum Neptune coming out. He's an absolutely amazing unit, so make sure when he does come out to actually farm him up. He is fantastic. Now, another thing that is going to be arriving, if we go back to the world map, and we go to the news coup when it loads up, we can click the news queue, and we can see the next banner to come out is going to be the limited rare recruit Ben Beckman from the 23rd to the 27th. So I believe on the 27th at 1900 PST, we will be getting the Katakuri Sugo Fest. That is just my prediction. I could be completely wrong, but we will wait and see. So the three classes that will be available in this specific event are going to be Cerebral, Striker, and Fighter characters. All three of those classes are the classes you need in order to build optimal Katakuri teams. And also, Ben Beckman himself is actually, like, pretty good for a Katakuri team as well. Obviously, he is a conditional booster like Katakuri, but still, you can squeeze him in for a conditional booster whenever you need him on a Katakuri team. He's not too bad. Yeah, so you're going to have these characters available, the Strikers, Cerebrals, and Fighters, and as I mentioned, those characters are going to be good for Katakuri teams. However, it doesn't actually end there. There is one other thing that is going to be releasing on Global that I believe hints even further towards the fact that Katakuri could be the next legend on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. So if we go over to the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit, shout out to the subreddit for this one, we have information that the Zunisha ship is going to be returning. Now, the Zunisha ship is one of the best ships in the game. It is a powerhouse and a cerebral ship, and it also makes tandem and recovery orbs count as beneficial. It makes your perfects easier to hit, and this specific ship works extremely well with none other than Charlotte Katakuri. So with 3 events coming out, all hinting towards the fact that Katakuri could be the next legend, I do think that it is a very probable situation that we could be seeing here. Now, some people might ask at this point, should I even pull for Katakuri? And honestly, I would say no. I'll make a video once we get, full details about what's actually going to be coming next on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. But a lot of people are going to be really hyped about Katakuri. I'm hyped for Katakuri. I'm a big fan of this legend and how he functions. And if you guys don't know what he does, make sure to go check out my video when it came out in Japan. But if it is going to be revealed to come out next on Global, as I said, I'll make a video for that. But Katakuri is a very pay-to-win legend, I would say. A lot of the free-to-play Katakuri teams are not that great, so if you are going to be playing with Katakuri, if you want to summon for Katakuri, just know that you need a lot of rare recruit characters and legend characters in order to make his teams very, very optimal. Obviously, there are some pretty good free-to-play characters that do squeeze into a Katakuri team, but for the most part, you do need a lot of the better cerebral, striker, fighter, shooter characters in order to build powerful Katakuri teams. Now, the thing is I hope this actually happens, and the reason for that is not only just because I like the legend Katakuri, but this also means that once we eventually get the Gear 4 and Nami Sugo Fest, which is that crazy Sugo Fest that is 2x legend rate, all gold, red every second multi, that means that when that Sugo Fest comes out, Katakuri will be pullable in that Sugo Fest. So this just gives all of you guys out there more opportunities to get your hands on this character. And furthermore, will also allow all of you guys out there to, go ahead and perhaps skip this Katakuri Sugo Fest and save your gems even further up until the actual release of Gear 4 and Nami, giving you guys a lot more opportunities to save up your rainbow gems for this Sugo Fest. And to further add on to this, this would also mean that we could potentially see a shift in treasure map characters. So with the release of the Gear 4 and Nami Sugo Fest, and then also the treasure map Sugo Fest for Big Mom, was the Film Gold Guild Tesoro Sugo Fest batch, and the entire Guild Tesoro batch was like the optimal point boosting team against Big Mom. Now, with the release of Katakuri, I would think that we might see a shift in the treasure map. So we would skip the Big Mom treasure map until the release of Gear 4 and or potentially Guild Tesoro, and they might shift the treasure map Crocodile up forward, because Crocodile's captain ability and special ability actually work reasonably well for a Katakuri team, as when you activate the special ability and he becomes your captain, you get a full board of matching orbs, you get 4 times attack for that one turn as well. So yeah, I think that this could also be a potential thing that you guys should also look out for, with Treasure Mode Croc potentially coming our way. But as of me recording this video right now, the treasure map has 7 hours left. It hasn't even reached news o'clock for today yet, so we might get some news before the end of this treasure map, and if we do, I'll make a video about that. But at this current time, we're still on this specific treasure map, Personally, I haven't been farming it that much, but I'm just waiting for, you know, the better rewards to come out for the ranking rewards, because unfortunately, Bandai have given us some pretty bad rewards once again, so I just don't feel like it's worth it. But once, you know, the treasure map actually ends, we might get either a silhouette to hint towards the fact of our next treasure map character, or what they'll go ahead and do is put up a coming soon banner like what they did with some of the other previous treasure maps, so they don't give us a hint towards the next treasure map unit. But that is basically it, guys. That has been my video discussing why I believe the next legend on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global is actually going to be Charlotte Katakuri. And, you know, if it does happen, that's going to be absolutely insane, because it means Katakuri will be pullable during the Gear 4 and Nami Sugo Fest. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.